Hello, everyone, and welcome to Forgotten Games. It's been a while, been quite a while, but I think I have an interesting game just for you. So, you want to know something? I really liked it. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Probably not a shock for anyone who's a long-time viewer on my channel. What you might be shocked about, though, is that I had a very big disappointment when it came to its sequel. It didn't have the same horrifying feel. Because you understood why 999 happened, and when you play the sequel, you obviously figure that's probably the same situation. Which took a little of that fear and terror I felt in 999 when I originally played it. Well, if you want to experience that feel again, maybe you should check out this title on the original DS. It's pretty cheap to find, too. I actually feel so sad. I wish I could pay Axis Games more money for this, because I really feel sad not picking this up way sooner. Now, as you can see, it has a very adventurous style, where you're going through rooms, investigating, messing with stuff, and looking for tools and ways to solve puzzles. Now, I don't know if something chases you in this game. This is kind of a forced depression thing, but it's a game, literally, I never heard anyone ever talk about before. I mean, I've seen it physically, its case and that before. Sadly, I didn't get that. I only found the loose cartridge at this point in time, sadly. Maybe one day I'll find that case, though. But I've never heard anyone ever talk about this game. And it is just way forgotten. Like, this... There was another game I was wanting to do this with, and I just brushed it to the side for this because the atmosphere is so clenching to you. The music, it's terrifying. It feels like something's fucking going to murder me, like amnesia is coming out of the murder me. So I don't even know anything even chases you. But as far as I can tell so far, you're just going to be solving a lot of puzzles and try and survive, because you do have a life meter in this game, and if you're not careful, you will die. Now, I have noticed that you get subtle hints at things that might actually hurt you when you investigate. You can basically investigate and interact with things when you're in the environmental view, and when you investigate certain things, you might get text that says it's dirty or it's bloody. Those are subtle hints that you might get hurt, but sometimes you might have to take that risk, because there might be something you need there. Because in normal point-and-click adventure games, there's a lot of shit to probably get. And there's a lot of documents. Now, sadly, story-wise, I wish I knew more about the story, because it's all way just deeply fucking weird. Like, the whole opening is confusing and gives you no context of what the hell it's even talking about. It just shows you it, and that's all you get. Now, obviously, as you progress the game, of course, I would assume, in the end, you would solve this. Now, I have read a little bit, obviously not to anything. I've read a little bit of trusting sources that don't spoil anything, because I'm really considering doing a stream or something with this game, because it's really interesting. But it has two storylines. Apparently, when you finish the first killer, you'll play another killer. So you got two storylines to play in this, and you supposedly put together what the hell was really going on in this game. But both people are trapped in a location. My understanding, they're in completely different locations, so you're not even retrending familiar ground as far as I understand. And you're slowly going to find out what's going on. What's also kind of interesting about this game is, kind of like another DS title, this actually has roots related to cell phone games. There's apparently a series of cell phone games that's a part of this world. But sadly, America's never gotten those, and from what I read, they're gone with older phone technology, which is the horrible things of downloads. It's a real sad fate that we'll probably never get to play any of those either. Unless maybe Axis Games can maybe talk to the makers, maybe. But so far, I'm really engrossed. Like, I feel terrified walking around this place with certain events and that. And I got to talk a little to the translator of the game on Twitter. Now, personally, I didn't notice this, but because personally, when I read something, I read in large chunks. I'm not a very stoppy person per sentence thing. A lot of my teachers always be like, take a breather or that. So, usually I don't always pick up on stuff sometimes. But he said he intentionally put the text in kind of a odd context, like an odd way of saying it, so it feels kind of abnormal and that. And that's interesting. That's a tad bit interesting. And he did say he worked really hard on it and that. I did want to get more stuff out of him, but sadly I didn't get a lot of replies from him. He replied initially to a few things and kind of stopped and that. But he showed a few examples with, like, in the beginning where you see the blade come out and hit me and that, how it's translated. He said he did that kind of way intentionally so it would feel abnormal to you. That, like, it's not the normal way you would straight out say that, so. I just wanted to do a quick thing on this game. It's a really interesting game. I definitely recommend go checking out if you were a fan of 999. I mean, it's not the same kind of mystery thing. This is definitely a very horrifying experience of that, I don't know if something chases you. It certainly feels like something eventually will, but I don't know. But I definitely want to play more of this game. I've never heard anyone ever talk about this game before. So, hopefully, maybe some of you will go check it out. Maybe Remote RPGs will make a video on it. This game needs to come out from the shadows of this dark and horrible mansion. Anyway, that was just a forgotten DS game. Hopefully you check it out. And hopefully maybe you can find a complete copy. Anyway, thank you for checking out the newest episode of Forgotten Games. If you like this format, because if you watched previous videos, I used to show multiple games and then just talk about each one. But I kind of think talking about one at a time and showing gameplay could be a more interesting way of doing it. But if you like the other way, let me know down in the comments. If you like this newer way, let me know down in the comments. And hopefully I can see you all in another terrifying night. Another terrifying night indeed. But if you're really desperate looking for a cheap copy, you can go to GameStop right now. It's like $1.97 on GameStop. But you want a complete copy, right? Come on, you know you want a complete copy. I do. I might buy another copy just to get a complete copy. But, and I gotta say, I really like the visuals in the games. I mean, obviously for original DS, it's very pixel-ish, but it's rewarding. But I'd say the music is definitely a very good factor in this. Like, I mean, that's what makes Five Nights at Freddy's actually terrifying, because if the music in the atmosphere of the sound effects didn't creep the living fuck out of you, then it wouldn't be that scary, to be honest. And this game definitely has that. A game that could terrify you with text and very horrible music can be an interesting title. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you next time in Forgotten Games. Enjoy.
母たちは話しかけます。何をしている予定だったか私は言うと、お帰りなさい、おろしご飯を。